Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about 4 myths about self love. This subject is very close to my heart because it is one of the most important topics that I speak about, and I think this is the key to all the love that we need in our life and the way we feel in our life. My belief and understanding is all kinds of violence in this world or bad behavior is because of lack of love, the feeling of that we are not enough or we are not lovable, which results in the feeling of not being loved. And I think if we can take care of love in our life, things will change quite a bit. The way we live our life will make a difference. And like I said, self love is a very important part of this life. So, I'm going to talk about the 4 myths and then I'm going to tell you how to basically love yourself, what you can do to increase, to create, to grow your self love. First and foremost, I want to debunk this myth that loving yourself is being selfish. That's a myth. Uh, most people, when we speak about love, people think that, oh, loving yourself or self love is being selfish. So that's the first myth I'm going to debunk today. The second is, if you love yourself you can't love others because your love is for yourself, and so you can't love others. That's the second one. The third one is self love is another word to be self centered and egoistic. It's just a cover to be a narcissist, right? And the last one is I can't love myself because I'm not good enough. These are few of the myths most people have. I'm sure there might be many more, but right now I want to, for me, these four are the most important and the biggest blocks in self love. And I'm going to make you understand why self love is so important and what good it can do, not only to your life, but it can do all the good to the lives of others, right? So it's not only for me, it is also for others that I'm going to do this. It's one of the most altruistic acts that you can do in your life. So let's go on and let's see what self love is. So I will start with analogy. All of us have a mobile phone in our house. Most of us carry a phone, and we know how it feels when the phone is dying, when the phone has no charge on it, right? So I use the analogy of a mobile phone. A mobile phone, when it is no charge or it is low in charge, creates a kind of feeling that you're losing upon life. A mobile phone has a charge, and supposing this mobile phone is compared to the love charge in our life, right? So this mobile phone, you take it around, it has charge, and then when the charge is becoming lower, what do is you ask other people to charge this phone for you. So you basically, like this new modern technology has come out where you can charge other people's phones. So let's think that, like, uh, the one phone charging the other, right? So the one phone charges the other. So what happens is, if you have enough charge and somebody tells you, can you please help me charge my phone, they will put their phone on top of your phone and your phone will start charging. And this is how uh, your phone gets a charge, and so everybody goes around with their phones and they look for charge from everybody else, right? So if I have enough charge in my battery, um, maybe I'll give you some charge, or maybe I'll tell you, you know what, no, I need it for this, so I can't charge your phone. So it depends on me whether I want to charge your phone or no. And so when you don't have a charge on your phone, you tend to get a little desperate in life, right? The same way that you would feel if you had less of love charge in your life. And we are comparing the charge of a phone to love, right, in your life. So imagine that you are going around asking for a love charge from other people, and other people who have a lot of love in them, they will of course give it to you, and you will be charged by their love. But there will be people around you who feel that they are drained and they don't have energy, they don't have enough love in them that they can charge you. And there might be occasions where you would go to somebody to actually ask for charge, and whatever little charge that you have, they take away your charge, right? Instead of giving you a charge, they are taking away your charge. So in life we go around trying to charge each other with love. And this idea that I can't love myself and I have to love others so they love me back makes it makes life very desperate, makes a person very desperate, because what we are doing is basically we are um, trying to ask for love from other people and forgetting that we ourselves have a love charge on its own. We have a connection. If we have the cable to directly connect to the current, the phone will get fully charged, and I don't have to worry about asking for the charge from other people. I'm basically telling you to connect your phone to the current cable. Self love is like that. You're connecting yourself to the love of the universe. The idea is that you're fully charged, you are not desperate for love, and that's the reason I say self love is not being selfish. It's having the charge, and if you have the full charge, you can even charge other without getting scared of losing the charge. You know for a fact that you are always connected to this cable which will charge you, so you won't be worried about how can I charge this person or charge the phone of that person because I won't have enough charge. You understand? So it's just a way of making us understand that um, self love, is not being selfish. It is connecting ourselves to the source of love. So once you're connected to the source of love, then it becomes easy. You don't get desperate. You're not worried about losing the charge because you know you are always connected to the source. Also, if you listen to the instructions in the plane, when they tell you to put your mask before you can put the mask to the child next to you or a person who needs help, is because if you are alive, you can save the child. But if the child is saved, the child cannot help you. And this is priorities. Uh, Priorities don't mean being selfish. This way you can save two lives. The other way, there are more chances of losing a life. So this is what it is all about. Self love is not being selfish. Self love is taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. So one of the beautiful illustrations that I found on the internet, and I have put it here for y'all. It's from Life and Canvas, and if you see the picture, you will realize that uh, many people need love right now. And if we are not connected, like I talked about the mobile phone, if we are not connected to the source of love, we won't be able to give. We have to have something to be able to give somebody, right? You can only give what you have. So here the illustration shows that people are waiting for more water, and the the tank says that, but I need to refill first. I cannot give what I don't have. So it's a beautiful illustration of self love. You can only give what you have. So um, saying that if I love myself, I won't be loving others, I can't love others, is saying that I don't have it, but I can give it, which is not possible. And I always tell this example. Supposing somebody is falling, right? Where do I need to be able to save that person? If I am also falling with the person, I won't be able to help that person. So if there is a hole and somebody is fallen into the hole, you don't go inside the hole to bring the person out. What you do is you are in better grounds. You are up outside the hole. You give a hand and you pull the person towards you, and that's how you help. So you can only help somebody, or you can only give what you have. So thinking that if I love myself, I won't be able to love others is another myth. The more you have, the more you can give. The more you know that you are connected to the source, the more easy it becomes. If I am connected to love, it will flow through me and everybody will receive the love. I don't necessarily need an effort to do it, it will happen through me, right? Then the third is um, self love is another word to be self centered. It's a cover to be a narcissist. And like I've been talking about it, it's not being self centered, it's not being egoistic, it's about taking care of yourself, knowing yourself, who you are, loving yourself. So you have that energy in you, and so it is very easy to share that energy with everybody, right? So we do hear that one bad apple can spoil the barrel. And why I'm putting up this illustration of the apple is, have you realized that somebody in the house, uh, I use the example of mothers, because mothers affect a lot their family members in the house, or even a father. Actually anybody in the house, if that person is not feeling fine, or is angry, or is upset for some reason, what happens to the whole family? The whole family feels the energy of that person going down. And many times we are not very aware of the energies of others, and we go with it. And I always give the example of a mother. If the mother is angry or upset, uh, although she has given everything to the child and the spouse, they don't feel well, they don't feel nice if they see the person they love in not a good place. So when we don't take care of ourselves, or we don't have self love, um, basically we are when mothers say that, oh, the happiness of my children or the happiness of my family is more important to me, they should get everything. Yes, it's true. Their happiness is important because their energy affects us, but my energy also affects them. So if I'm not in a happy place, if I'm not in a good place, even though they are in a better place, they will feel the energy of you not being in a good place. One apple, one person not feeling nice can spoil the mood of the whole family. So when we learn to take care of ourselves and self love, our mood becomes better, our happiness grows, and that helps everybody else around us to bring up their energies. It is um, a way of, like I said, altruism towards the whole, the society, the people who we are living around with. So when I have good energy, I give to others, and then others can feed me back with that. But I'm not waiting for them to give me the good energy. I already have it from the source. Remember, when we are connected to the source and we have a flow of energy, of love coming towards us, then it becomes very easy to share this beautiful energy of love and happiness with everybody else, right? So it's not about being self centered, it's not about being egoistic, it's not about being narcissist. It's about taking care of myself and my energies so that I can lift others around me. How I feel directly affects the people who are around me, and that I have to be very, very clear. So when I take care of myself, I am also helping others to take care of themselves. So, uh, this is another example which I love about Wayne Dyer. He always speaks about this, and this is something that has touched my heart a lot. Wayne Dyer is a very, very known person, known self help author, very well known in the world. And he gives this example of an orange, and he asks everybody, he says, if you have an orange in the hand and you crush it with your hand, or you press it with your hand, what will happen? He says, of course, juice will come out. And he says, if you throw it on the floor and like you crush it with your foot, what will come out? So it's juice will come out. And what kind of juice? Is it apple juice or no, it's orange juice. But why is it orange juice? The way you crush it, or the way you cut it, or the way you do it, what comes out of it is orange juice. So he says, like, when life puts pressure on us, what comes out of us is what is inside. So if I'm getting irritated and I'm getting angry and I am getting frustrated, that means that is what I have in me. And I have to be extremely uh, um, aware of what is inside. So when I am connected directly to the source of love, imagine if some life incidents puts pressure on me, what is going to come out of me? Love, right? So, what looks like being egoistic, egocentric, narcissist, selfish is actually an act of love, not only towards yourself, also an act of love towards others. It becomes very easy to be loving and caring when you have self love, when you are connected to the source of love. So now we come to the fourth myth that says, I can't love myself because I am not enough, right? So I have an exercise for you to do today. I want you to write 6 qualities of yourself, and not things that your friends and family appreciate. No, not those. Just qualities. You might call it negative or positive, it doesn't matter. Just writing the qualities of yourself will help you to know who you are. Make it a list that you know these are my qualities. Whether it's negative or positive, it doesn't matter. So your list of things that, and if you want, go ahead and pause this video to do the exercise. So if you have come back with your list, I will tell you something. So the qualities that are negative or positive, they are just qualities. They are not negative or positive. It depends on where, when, and how you use them, right? I'll ask you this question. Can a carpenter make a piece of furniture without all these tools? If he sits down and says, you know what, the saw cuts and the hammer hits, so I'm not going to use these two tools because they are negative tools, they are destructive tools, and so I'm not going to use them. Obviously, you know that yes, it cuts, yes, it hits, but there are moments, and he knows exactly when, where, and how to use these tools to create the furniture he wants to make. So, all the qualities that you have in you are uh, given to you for a purpose. And by qualifying these tools, you are not doing any good to the tools. The tools are there for you to use. How, when, where is what we have to learn. And that's the reason we need to uh, accept all the qualities that we have. So it's basically what we are here saying is accepting ourselves the way we are with the qualities that we have, not qualifying them as negative and positive, knowing that each one of them is important in my life. And I know for right now, I'm going to just give you the gist because this is a whole new session I will have to do on how to find what your qualities are. So how your uh, strengths are your weaknesses and how your weaknesses are your strength, and how you can use them in different occasions and turn them into all, or turn all of them in your strength, right? So I'm going to do this session maybe in a few weeks, because I have already promised one more session to y'all for the next weeks. But hopefully I can, as time goes by, the next videos I'm going to clarify these points in detail so that you can understand this concept of uh, strengths and weakness. So now, just to wrap up, I am going to show you the ways to grow self-love. uh, I hope you can do these things, because these things will help you to connect to the source of love that is flowing in you. First is mirror work. This is a technique by Louise Hay. She's a very well known author and also the owner of Hay House. And she talks about mirror work. Mirror work is basically standing in front of a mirror, looking into your own eyes, and talking to yourself. And she calls it mirror work, or the connection to the inner child that we have. And basically, it's an exercise that we need to do every day, few times, either in the morning or in the afternoon, where we stand in front of the mirror, look into our eyes, and speak to ourselves as if we were talking to another person or a child, a small child. And basically, she is trying to tell us to speak to the inner child, the child that is within us. That way, we are creating a relationship with ourselves, and that is a way to grow your self love. Then the second is compassion. Um, Compassion basically is being nice to ourselves. You know, that conversation that goes on in our head, that small voice that keeps criticizing us and telling us how bad we are, how wrong we are, how uh, we are not good enough. Being compassionate to yourself, the way you would be to a friend. If a friend makes a mistake, what do you do? Do you get upset? Do you shout? Or you tell, okay, okay, it happened. Let's see what we can do, how we can solve this problem? Or that's how you treat your best friend. So, treating yourself as a best friend and being compassionate to yourself instead of being very critical and very hard on ourselves. The third is giving time and care. What does it mean is, uh, and I have spoken about this in other videos where we do check in, right? So when we spoke about the 6 things that you can do in quarantine, yes, taking care of ourselves or giving time and care is checking on ourselves. You can make an alarm on your phone. You can create a habit of asking yourself, how are you feeling? The way you ask your child, how was school? What did you do? How did you feel? What are you feeling? The same questions. The care that we show for others is the care we are going to show and the time we are going to give ourselves to. So take out time, ask yourself how you're feeling, what you're feeling, what do you think about things, and that way you can understand who you are. The fourth is accepting yourself. Like I said, all the strengths and the weaknesses together is who we are. We might label them strength or weakness, they are just qualities, and they are qualities for my higher purpose. Those are the, I call it, those are the tools that I was given to serve the higher purpose. The fifth is only love. Know that we are only love. Love and love alone. Love is flowing from us. It's only when we are disconnected with the love, the source of love in us, is when we feel the need to fight for love in our life. Everyone is looking for love, and that is what is the cause of all the uneasiness in life. And the last but not the least is, I again want to remind you, over the videos we have been talking about this flow of love that we have. The idea is to open that flow of love. This is a way to be open to love. Uh, these are all tools I'm giving you to be open to love, to be able to love, to be able to be loved, to be able to receive love. And for me, I think the most important tool in life, the most important thing that all of us want is love. And love is what creates a beautiful world, and then the lack of love creates destruction, violence, and wars in the world. So, to be able to create peace and love, self love is important. One of the most important um, skills that we need to learn so that we do not twist and create drama in our life. Thank you very much. Please, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel. I will be posting many more videos on all these different tools that you can help yourself develop and grow every day. Thank you.